Jesus! Oh! Ah! Oh, Jesus! Oh my God! Ah, right. The tank is just... I feel like a prostitute. My legs are so wide. And hello. Right, okay, so here I am on a Rocket 3. Oh, it's got the old, it's got the torque roll.
Oh, where you feel
the old one did that because it's an inline. You do that, it moves to the left because of course it's spinning that way, so it pushes you. the tank is just, I feel like a prostitute. My legs are so wide. Following me?
Roger that.
Roger. Good Lord. Hello. There. Oh gosh, there. That's where the pegs are, is it? Right. Right. Lovely. Oh, tally bally ho, everybody. This is the Rocket 3R.
And this is the Tiger 900 GT Pro.
Well, at the moment it's a bit lumpy, actually. But that could be because it's cold, or someone like Missenden Flyers fucked it. Oh, the clutch is feather light. Of course, it's a slipper clutch, and
yep.
It's hydraulic as well. It's not cable. Filtering, filtering, filtering along, filtering, filtering on a fucking huge rocket. The sound of it. It's sort of meaty. It's
sounds good from back here.
Interesting noise. Quite a bit of engine braking, and there's a nice pop on the overrun. Hang on. It's like a bub 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 bub. Boing. Tell you what.
Adventure mode enabled.
It's been far too long, cannon fodder.
Certainly has. Oh, it's been good to get out.
Actually, I might be too wide for this. Oh, it's such a deep throb, but it's a smooth throb because it's a triple. All right, I actually quite like this. It feels really light to steer.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting what it's like in the corners. Right. Okay, here we go. There's a van further ahead, but we'll see what happens here. That's as fast as I do it on the speed triple. This is, it's the lean, it's the angle. It's got so much ground clearance that you've got so much confidence to just lean as much as you like. You can carry insane speed. Oh, this is just simple. But having that, I don't have to change gear for a corner. It's just you've got that instant torque. Yeah, there's quite a bit of engine braking, but not. Wow. Obviously, it's shaft driven, sir.
Yeah.
So it's. Whoa! Yeah, it's instant. It's not too twitchy, but it's a bit twitchy, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Right, seating position-wise, it's all right. Legs are a bit bent, probably 70 degrees. And my knees are way, way, way apart. But actually, you get used to that very quickly, and I feel very snugly shoved in because of the seat. It's actually fits quite nicely. It's like you know the French guns over the channel. The grips are nice and thin, really easy to handle, but I think it's almost like the illusion they've made to make it look or feel lighter than it is. It's 291 kilograms dry. So what with the oil and fuel, should we add 20 kilograms?
Yeah, sounds about right, I would say. That's plenty, actually.
Plus fuel, you're looking at 310 kilograms. Now my Speedmaster's 230, so it's 80 kilograms heavier. But yeah, in town, which is what this is, going along in first, it's light as a feather, it's easy enough. It's a bit jerky on the throttle, but that will come with practice. Whee! It's very... But it's smooth with it. You can tell there's the weight, but it won't really manifest itself until it's going faster. Now, someone mentioned about the heat of this thing. I can't feel anything yet. Now, the pipes are on the right-hand side. It's got the usual Triumph green light for DRLs. Got 165 brake horsepower, and it's got 221 newton meters of torque, which is the same as 164 pounds per square feet of torque. I was talking to Phil earlier about this. I may have made this up, or I may have read it somewhere, or I may have learnt it at some point in my life, but I seem to remember the sweet spot for smooth acceleration is where the torque and the power are similar figures in horsepower and pounds per square feet. So 165 brake and 164 pounds per square feet of torque. So we're I think that should give a nice straight acceleration curve, as it were, sir.
Ah, yes.
La 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 la. My in-laws are just over there.
Oh, yeah.
Quick, fuck off quickly.
That's the right bike for it.
Run away! Run away! I'll be fucked if I drop it. How are your leg presses? What else? So, yes, the wires from the controls are hidden in the handlebar, and the handlebar's pretty meaty and chunky, so that's probably why. So it's a very neat looking motorcycle. Well, as an experiment, that worked well. So in fifth, 3,000 revs, it just gives you a shove. It's brilliant. For sitting on the motorway at 66 miles an hour, it's lovely, very comfortable, no issues whatsoever. Trouble with this computer control on the left, I keep hitting the sort of the mouse nipple instead of the indicator, because the two different stalks, they're you'd have to get used to that. Oh Jesus! Oh my God! Ah, right. Wow. Wow, rightio. So it has cornering, ABS and traction control on this, which for some ham-fisted idiot like myself is very useful. So talking seat heights, this has got a seat height of 771 millimeters, which should be okay for pretty much anybody. And once it's moving, it's not a heavy bike at all.
Oh, hello.
The bobber's back. No, sorry, the bobber's black. That's right.
It is.
Looking sexy as always, sir. Whoa, look at that.
The number plate on that thing's reflecting the sunlight right into my face.
Oh, is it? Are you sure it's not the sun out of my arse?
No, it's a little bit lower than that.
Jesus, I'm glad this seat keeps me in place. Oh, ground, look at this. Ground clearance is just not a problem. Wow. I can't lean like this on my...
I don't think you get much further than that.
Right, so, Bally Ho, welcome again. Hello. To what is now the first ride and review of the Rocket 3R. First impressions were earlier when we were just pootling around, but we haven't really explored what it can do in the slightest. With that engine, is it a gimmick? I don't know. Is it worth it? Ultimately, you have got It's if you're a statistics guy who likes having the biggest engine or the fastest 0 to 60 time, it's 2.79 seconds 0 to 60. Obviously not by me doing it. I'd fall off the back or something. If you like statistics of having the most powerful, the biggest, and all that kind of stuff, then wow, this is going to be for you. And in that respect, it probably is worth buying. Worth the money. I mean, this is £19,500. The GT version, which basically adds a sissy bar, moves the foot controls. You can obviously accessorise to your heart's content. It's 20,300, so about £800 more for the GT. It's a weird one. I don't feel like I'm riding a motorbike. Now, the book says 41 miles to the gallon. Do you care? I mean, I think you'll probably get a range of about 140. That's certainly what Redford Baron was saying when he was fairly gentle, which is similar to the Speedmaster. So when you think about it, what is it? It's, what, 30% heavier than the Speedmaster, but it's twice the power, twice the torque, and twice the cubic capacity. Phil480, he's on the Bobber Black now. He was on the Tiger. He's playing musical bikes, but without the music. So he's now on the Bobber Black. So obviously he'll be able to keep up with me with my ham-fisted right wrist. If we were to compare it with the old Rocket 3, it's completely different motorcycle. There is no point. The old Rocket 3 was this lumbering leviathan of a bike. I mean, it had torque, but it was vibey. It was a big, massive engine. I mean, this is even bigger. But it's this engine is 18 kilograms lighter than the old engine. It's a whole aluminium chassis where the engine is a structural member of it. I think we're looking at 60 kilograms lighter as a bike than the old one. It's just completely different, and the figures are different. The power, the torque, it's just a totally different, more efficient engine. I mean, the old Rocket was, what, 15 years old? This is basically just like a big fat speed triple, but more manageable. The speed triple actually intimidated me, whereas this doesn't. So I can go full throttle without falling off the back or without shitting myself. So I've proven it, I can do it, huzzah! Wow! Jesus! I've lost Phil. He's there! Huzzah! He's coming! Where'd you go, Phil?
A BMW got in my way. I had to shoot him down.
Oh, Jesus. There was a point where everything was just bouncing. And I think the ABS was flickering like fuck. That's a technical term, by the way. Just fucking ridiculous. Right, we're going far too fast. And I don't feel like I'm being buffeted at all by the wind, which is nuts because it's a naked bike. My GoPro is shaking like well, basically like someone who's recovering from a heroin addiction. So yeah, no, all is well. I think I went up that hill quite quickly, Phil.
Just a little bit, yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, he's done it again.
Shut up, shut up!
At least you
Shut
didn't
up.
drop it.
Shut up! Shut up! Fourth time? Was that the fourth time?
That was 4, I think, yeah. Or was that 5?
Oh, shut up! Oh, hang on.
Are you alright?
Where's the key? It's telling me it can't. Oh no, it's saying it can.
Have you got it?
I don't know. Fuck. Well, it was telling me it couldn't find the key. So, I will stop and see if I can find it.
Yeah, best
I
check.
think it's there.
Before we get further
Oh no,
away.
that's it. I've got it. I've got it.
Okay. Oh.
Because I suppose I could have left it there, couldn't I?
Yeah. And this is exactly why keyless is just a bad idea.
Yeah, you could just leave it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And then stop.
And then that's it, you're screwed.
Off you go, and then you're fucked. I got the front lifting on this.
Oh yeah.
Just gently, you know how it bobs?
Yeah. Start to feel it go a little bit light.
So styling wise, same as the old Rocket. I suppose the tank is a similar shape. The headlights, the twin headlights, that's a similar key factor of the Rocket 3. Otherwise, I can't really see anything that's the same. It hasn't got the twin dials on the dash, different mirrors. I mean, it's pretty much completely different. Whee! It's instant oomph. I'm in fourth, and I just twisted the throttle, and it was instant oomph, which is nice. 40 smiley face. See, got that on camera. Looks wise, very cool. Most of you should have seen my the walk around I did from the showroom when it first came out. Funnily enough, the two things that stand out in my memory from that, no, three things: the very clean under tray for the rear wheel arch, mudguard, and the fold out pillion pegs, which are just very, very cool.
It's a really nice touch, that is. Yeah, it's very neat.
The three exhaust pipes, the fact that there's like a third nipple down here, which doesn't make much sense, because if you may as well just have 3 into 2 and have it all down the right hand side. But I think they've done that so they can disguise the catalytic converter underneath. Otherwise it would just look like the pipes down the right hand side. Speaking of which, my right foot does not feel any warmer than my left foot. All clear, sir. What? I mean, this grunt and torque is just. I mean, it's just bonkers.
Yeah.
Oh God, let's hope I don't get hit by a deer or anything. Right. Okay, here we go. There's a van further ahead, but we'll see what happens here. That's as fast as I do it on the speed triple. This is, it's the lean, it's the angle. It's got so much ground clearance that you've got so much confidence to, to just lean as much as you like. You can carry insane speed. Oh, this is just simple. This is, but having that, I don't have to change gear for a corner. It's just you've got that instant torque. It's amazing. If you do put your front brake on though, going into a corner, it doesn't want to go round it.
No, that's...
As I just found. Jesus Christ. This is fucking ridiculous. The fuck? This is just... that just kept pulling and pulling and pulling. And the acceleration doesn't drop off with whichever gear you're in. It just keeps going. So, as a footnote, I've got electrical problems, and so has Phil. Well done, Triumph. But from a riding point of view, it's a fucking doddle. It's so easy to ride. But yeah, I'm not thinking about overtakes, I'm just going. There's so much confidence with this that you just... it's, what I will say, it's just an amazing machine. Just amazing machine. It's just an amazing machine. Now, over this bump, oh, hey, really soft and squidgy. The seat doesn't look like it's well padded at all. But that was, I let the suspension take the majority of that bump, but then the seat took the rest, and it was fine. But the confidence to just lean right over, is it because the tyres are so fat, or the seating position's high up, or I don't know. I don't know what's making me feel I can do it. Tally Bally Ho, welcome to the walk around of the Rocket 3, which is absolutely ginormous. It'll take me 5 years to walk around it. Basically has its own gravitational pull. It's very similar. I mean, if you want a detailed walk around, look at my walk around video from when it was first launched, please. It's getting quite warm now. So, in the front, we have got basically the Speedmaster front light with the upside down horseshoe LEDs. Full LED headlights, full LED indicators. Enter photographs here. Sort of almost like a beaky front mudguard. That's very nice. Brembo front brakes, obviously. Adjustable front forks, as discussed. Hydraulic front brake reservoir, hydraulic clutch lever reservoir. Mirrors, fairly standard fare on the Triumphs these days, same as the Speed Triple. Well, it's basically a big Speed Triple, isn't it? I like the cowling, the cowl here. This is metal, and it's like a bracket, but it's also a bracket that you can then fit a screen on top. And here, in here, let's see if you can see it. Ta-da! Is the electrical port for a GPS. Bear in mind, though, if you've got a GPS with clamp, the handlebars are bloody huge, but that's, I suppose, to neaten it up because there are no wires. You can actually see where the wires from the switch gear go into the handlebar there and there through a rubber grommet. So hopefully there won't be much corrosion inside the handlebar through that rubber grommet. But it's one of those things that some people might concern themselves about. Rather than ride the bike, they worry about engine cases rusting, for example. I mean, who'd do that? So there we go. It's a lovely shape. Big meaty tank, very wide, quite low profile, 18 litres. Probably a range of about 140 miles with a average miles per gallon of 41. We've got a water cooler, radiator, and an oil cooler down there, so very Speed Triple in that respect. Now, in my walk around at Christmas, I said that these brackets here were for engine sliders. They're actually the bracket for the GT, which has slightly further forward controls. So if you look at that and look at that, you've probably got an extra, I don't know, 12 inches, which is always nice. If that's your thing, I could probably do that actually, because the way I've got 32-inch legs, and the way my legs are pushed out by the tank, if my feet were further forwards, my knees would probably go under the tanks a bit more, so I'd feel probably a bit more comfortable. So you've got the 3 header pipes here going into 2 there, and then you've got a 3rd one underneath through a cat. Now obviously it all goes through the cat there. This is the neat pillion peg, which is all very cool, the way it just folds over and up like so. Beautiful hub there, bossed hub on the single side swing arm wheel. Beautiful wheel. Massive, 240. I think it's a 16-inch actual wheel. The front's 17, I believe. And yeah, the tyres were actually designed and made by Avon specifically for this motorcycle. A small rear hugger should save it a little bit, and a nice, completely smooth under tray under the rear lights. Very nice, very nice. And the pillion seat there is also functional, I think you'd say. Fully electric rear shock. It's slightly to one side, as you can see, but makes no difference to me at all as I'm riding it. Can't really feel it. And there's the shaft drive there. And you've got the ABS there. Now it's cornering and cornering ABS and cornering traction control. Now in here you might think that's the coolant. No, it's not. That's the oil dipstick. You take that off and the oil dipstick's in there. The clue there is, of course, it says Castrol sticker on there, but the first thing I do is take all the bloody stickers off. Complete waste of time. And there's that bloody engine. I suppose the main thing about this bike is the engine. It is all engine. The same sort of raised lettering that first came, I think, on the Thruxton 5 years ago. And it's now on most bikes. There's the air intakes under there for the engine to breathe. LED indicators, LED headlights, LED brake lights. All the mod cons. You can get accessories, you can get the sissy bar, and you can change all sorts of things from the heat shields for your legs. As I said, no, I didn't feel any heat coming from the engine at all, actually. No more than usual, certainly. So that's, I suppose, that concern out of most people's minds. It's an inline triple engine. Each cylinder is over 800 cc's. So, I mean, it's basically like each cylinder is like a litre of orange juice bottle with the top cut off. Wow, it's massive. The seat, very comfortable, nice and squidgy, bouncy. I'm sure you can get a more comfortable one if you've got piles or something. But yeah, it's very nice. Bally Ho, time for some exhaust ejaculations just to annoy all of the National Trust members who are enjoying their afternoon at Ivinghoe Beacon. I am one myself, so tough. Ha ha! Recording. Here we go. Bop, 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 bop. All clear. Very smooth, isn't it? Very smooth sounding. And obviously that's not under any sort of loading, but that's very smooth. Right, I think that's all right now. I'll stop there. And we'll go on the bumpy road.
Yay!
Yeah, first gear is quite high geared. I think that's why I was stalling it.
Ah, okay.
You have to be going along quite fast before you can let the clutch out fully.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally my fault, but I'm not making excuses, but I think that's what I need to get used to. Right. Oh,
Oi!
that was a stall. Got to do it once, maybe twice.
That could have been expensive.
That could have been expensive. I'm glad I have long legs. Or just stall the fucking bike again. That's only the third time I've stalled it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, he's done it again.
Shut up! Shut up!
At least you
Shut
didn't
up!
drop it.
Shut up! And,
He's done it again.
no, I thought it was in neutral. Oh well. Ooh! What's the time? Do you fancy an ice cream? I've got cash.
Yeah, go on then.
Fuck it, let's have an ice cream. Don't know where that Mazda's going.
I don't know, are we going the wrong way?
No, there's no one-way system.
Oh, okay.
It's
We're
a
all right then.
National Trust car park, darling. No one-way system.
Go where you like.
Oh, it looks like he's having a rest. Well, tough. He's here to sell us some ice creams. There we go. Doesn't half bump around a little bit when you floor it on a bumpy road. Alright, I'd say this is not as... Oh, they've got a drone, cool. The suspension going along this road is well damped and not particularly jarry, but you do feel the bumps. If anything, you feel the road as much as you need to. I think that's a good mixture. How are you on the bobber? Too much?
It's kind of the same on the bobber actually. I thought it'd be quite rough, but it's, I mean, yeah, you can tell it's, you know, quite a bumpy surface.
Yeah.
But it's not as jarry as I thought it might be.
Yeah.
Doing quite well.
I think this road's quite good because it's not bumpy enough to hurt.
Yeah.
But you can feel how the suspension is coping.
Yeah.
Because I'm bouncing up and down with the bigger ones nicely. It's the more sudden bumps that you feel, but not painfully.
Yeah.
That's good. Like it. I mean, I've been along here on some bikes where you haven't been able to understand what I've been saying because I'm just... right, so, what else would you like to know about this motorcycle? Phil, can you think of anything?
Can I think of anything?
Well, that's Phil's input. Thank you very much.
You put me on the spot there.
I knew you were here for a reason. Can't have covered it all. I mean, it goes round corners very, very well. It's as easy to ride as a speed triple, but not necessarily a street triple. In fact, nowhere near like a street triple. Yes, you've got the math, so you have to be aware of it when you're braking, certainly with the rear brake. The mirrors are good. The position, excellent. I think for me, it's the knees are a bit too splayed apart, but they do fit the scalloped part of the tank very nicely. When you do give it some beans on what is essentially a country road, the traction control kicks in quite easily, or at least it flashes. I don't notice it. I suppose maybe that's what you want. You don't want traction control to be intrusive, do you?
No.
You just notice it flicking at you, but it doesn't suddenly jolt the motorbike to a standstill. Oh, that is it's just a wave of acceleration. I mean, the front brake is amazing. It's just the back brake can't do it all on its own because there's too much weight. And I love the fact that the bike tilts over when you pull the throttle. That's just funny. It's a very well balanced bike. I like it. Would I buy it? No. If it was £15,000 instead of 19,500, would I buy it? No. It doesn't. Its whole style and ethos is to be a big, powerful brute that blows away all the record books. But that isn't really. I wouldn't get it for that because I don't feel like I'm close to the road. I don't feel like I'm doing anything exhilarating because it's quite high up. Even though the seat isn't, I feel quite perched up. My head is easily above the roof of that car in front. It's not like an adventure bike where I'm towering above, but I feel detached. I feel detached from what's going on because of the seat and the handlebars maybe, and the size of the tank in front of me, which gives you a false sense of security because it feels like you're shielded.
Yeah.
But I feel detached from the road. So it hasn't got that exhilaration of actually riding. But fuck me, is the performance ridiculous. I'm in third, doing 3,000 RPM. And I'm just doing 2-finger braking on the front there. And it sorts me out no problem. It is a hooligan bike in the fact that you can just be a complete tit on it and hoon as much as you like and be fairly illegal pretty much all the time. But the beauty of this is it's not intimidating. The Speed Triple wants to pull wheelies all the time, wants to throw you off. It's very stable around corners and everything, but that's much more of a hooligan bike. This is more, I suppose, more suited to American roads where they're sweeping corners like this or just blatting off the lights straight up to 60 before you can blink. For me, it's hilarious, it's great fun, but it's too much, it's not necessary. The TFC version, the Triumph Factory Custom, was 25 grand. Now, £25,000 can buy you an awful lot. And not just motorbikes, and not just cars, just an awful lot of fun. But if you do get it, you're going to get one hell of a bike. I mean, it is a fantastic, wonderful machine. A lot of it is how a bike makes you feel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, my Speedmaster makes me feel cool. Whether that's wrong or not, I don't care. It makes me feel cool. I think I'm the bee's knees on it, and I love the way it looks. And I love the way I can throw it about, and I love my Speedmaster. It's just the perfect package for me. How does this make me feel? Well, the thing is this meant to be on its pegs all the time, being floored everywhere? No, it's not. But then I'd feel bad if I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
It's got so much performance and grunt that if I didn't use it all the time, I'd think that I was a fraud and not using it properly to its full depth. But it's not, is it? It's kind of like a cruiser, roadster type thing.
Yeah.
So you're meant to just pootle along but enjoy it when you want to. But I don't think I could do that. I think it's a lot like me and the Thunderbird Storm. I'd be just hammering it everywhere, and I'd end up getting bored of that. Because for me, it's too big. I would say, if you want a big, burly bike that has the most amazing statistics out there, then this is the bike for you. Because it is just a marvellous machine. It's just brilliant. At what it is and what it does, it's brilliant. But what it is, I'm not sure. What do you think? How would you explain it?
I think it's a bit of a statement, I think.
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay. So if you've got massive balls...
I think it's, yeah.
and you want to rock up at the biker cafe and go, look at me, Billy Bollocks.
I'm the biggest, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's how it sort of... Yeah, that's how it comes across to me.
Because there's no way I could outstrip a lot of riders in a straight line.
Yeah.
But if it was for all-out performance, you'd just get a sports bike.
Yeah.
But the thing is, on the old Rocket 3, it was, this bike's a fucking handful. It's heavy, very heavy. Look at the size of my muscles.
Yeah.
Whereas this is so easy to ride, it's not that. It's very, very easy to ride. Look, I'm barely moving and it's just staying upright. It's also very easy to stall. Okay, you're quite right. It is a statement bike, but is it the same statement as it used to be? No.
No, definitely not.
I really don't think it is, because the old Rocket 3, you had to be built like Big Daddy, basically, to manhandle it. This, it's different. It is a very, it is, you. I was saying to the dealer earlier that you can't compare this with the old one, and you can't. Completely different, and I think it's going to be different clientele. I think it's going to be different. It's a completely different personality. The old one, everything wobbled on it. The speed, the dials, the rev counter, and the speedo, just wobbled and vibrated. Whereas this is so well finished. It's just it is the design of this is beautiful, and it's what you'd call big and beautiful.
Yes.
It's like a big curvy lady, but will blow your mind at the same time.
So you're saying it is AC/DC's Whole Lot of Rosie? Is that what?
Yes, abso-bloody-lutely. Whole lot of Rosie.
Yeah, there you go. Whole lot of Rocket.
No, I think we got that. I think we got to somewhere there.
So yeah.
I think we got to a conclusion,
Yeah,
sir.
there we go.
There's no practical reason to get this bike.
No.
It is purely to say you've got the bike that's got the fastest 0 to 60 time, with the world's biggest ever production motorcycle engine, with the most torque ever.
Yeah.
It's basically top trumps.
Yeah.
But then you're going to lose out to bikes that can go round Brands Hatch faster.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. We're going to call it a whole lot of Rosie.
There you go.
So easy. It does. It really does come alive.
Yeah.
That little bit was so much fun then. Because it wasn't just a straight line. It was a good curve.
Yeah.
But it was the way it just kept, because of that rear tyre, it just kept accelerating round the corner. And you've got cornering traction control and cornering ABS. So there's no...
It's got plenty of electronics to keep you out of trouble.
Yeah, there's no intimidation at all. It's all fine. I liked the fact that Fiat tried to beat us off the lights. That was hilarious. Oh, God, that was funny.
Maybe they got confused because Fiat technically owned Ferrari.
Well, all Ferraris are technically Fiats.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
I think that sounds better. Not to a Ferrari owner, of course. Anyway, in conclusion, that's the Rocket 3R. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you ever so much, of course, to Phil480 for coming along with me, especially as I'm now going to steal his SIM card from him. Thank you very much, Phil. It's been wonderful, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you subscribe, comment, like, share, etc., etc. Thank you very much for watching. It's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from...
From me. Goodbye, everybody.
Huzzah! Thank you very much. See you soon. It's now summer. Ha ha ha! Right. Oh,
Oi!
that was a stall. Got to do it once. Maybe twice.
That could have been expensive.
That could have been expensive. I'm glad I have long legs. Or just stall the fucking bike again. That's only the third time I've stalled it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, he's done it again.
Shut up. Shut up.
At least you
Shut
didn't
up.
drop it.
Shut up. And,
He's done it again.
No, I thought it was in neutral. Oh well. Thank you very much. Triumph North London. They're now in Watford. Please do visit. They are amazing people, and the website is right there on that van. Try not to look at Phil's shiny helmet too much. I can't help looking at it. Mesmerised. Ta-da, everybody. Bye.